Well, people aren't gonna like my opinion about this movie whatsoever. Yay!
They've sent us a message that they can take whatever they want. But we will send them a message that this is our land.
Avatar, directed by James Cameron, is about pretty much the Na'vi. Pretty much, avatars are people being transported into their consciousness is pretty much about their people's consciousness being transported into the Na'vi, and you get to learn about all of that. And yeah, there's of course Stephen Lang, he's the big bad guy, and yeah. Truth be told, I'm not a real big fan of Avatar at all. Like whatsoever. This show or this movie is the highest grossing movie of all time? How? Avengers Endgame! Avengers Endgame, anyone? You know, that masterpiece of a movie that definitely should be deserving of the number one spot. This movie, I forgot it even existed for a while there. Like, I'm searching on Disney Plus and I'm like, oh, Avatar, I remember that movie. Highest grossing movie of all time? Highest grossing movie of all time? No! Why this movie? What makes this movie so special? Because the effects, they're alright. They're for its time, but I'm not giving credit where credit's due, because credit is due to the Transformers franchise that came out in 2007 and still holds up to this day. Transformers pretty much could walk so Avatar could run. Yeah, seeing the world of Pandora is kind of cool, but guys, when they rip off other sound effects from other movies, we'll give credit when credit's due. I do like the battles in this movie. The battles are really fun, but the characters aren't really that entertaining. Heck, the main character's reason for being in this movie is so absurdly dumb. It's like,
since your genome is identical to his, you could step into his shoes.
did they actually just... James, you directed Aliens. In Terminator 2! In Terminator 1! You couldn't tell me you couldn't find a better reason to get this character where he needed to be? James, come on! I will say Stephen Lang is the best character in this movie for me. He's just drinking that coffee. He's like, yeah, we're gonna wipe the Na'vi out. Like, he eats up the screen, man.
Front door.
Good shooting, Ace.
All right, let's turn up the heat, and that's how you scatter the roaches.
Repeat. Rifle fire.
I really enjoyed the technology too, even though it's Star Wars knockoff and Halo knockoff technology. They sold these things in stores, I'd be buying them up because the mech suits are really cool. The gunships are really cool because I'm a soldier freak, man. I love military type technology in movies. Explore the military aspect of Avatar is kind of cool. I will give credit when credit due, but overall, Avatar is 3 hours of exposition. It's like we've seen this story done several times. The special effects have been done before that. Transformers. Again, look at those effects that came out 2 years before that. Heck, Revenge of the Fallen came out the same year. Yeah, it's not that good of a movie, but The effects were still amazing. Yet Avatar comes out the same year. They're like, those effects were epic. Oh my god. Bruh. Which has more movies right now? Tell me which has more movies right now and going on a 7th movie. Meanwhile, Avatar Shape of Water, its sequel's finally coming out. This franchise is alright. There are alright scenes in this movie. It's alright. The reason for the characters to be where they are, James. Overall, in my opinion, I think Avatar is James Cameron's worst movie that he's ever made, in my opinion, because you have so many great classics, then this movie just pops out of nowhere, and overall, Avatar gets a C-. It's alright. It's not my cup of tea. If you like it, I get it, but highest grossing movie all time? Come on! Maybe the sequel will be better. Maybe I will enjoy the sequel more than this one. We'll see. Maybe my opinion will change after watching the sequel about this movie. But for now, that's all for this time. Punch out like button face, like boss. See you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.